Guys, have you experienced a family SUV that doesn't just move people, it moves expectations? Sleek, electric, and built with a kind of precision that makes German engineers blink twice. This isn't from BMW. It's not from Tesla. This is from China. And it's called the Zeekr 7X. The car that's quietly rewriting what build quality means. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you might not just respect Chinese cars. You might actually want one parked in your driveway. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button. Atif Cars is your backstage pass to the craziest, boldest, and most advanced SUVs on the planet. The ones the West doesn't want you to know exist. Alright, let's begin. First impressions? The Zeekr 7X doesn't walk into a room. It glides in like it owns it. Long, low, and unervingly confident. You don't just look at it, you stare. Because this thing looks expensive. The lines are razor sharp, the proportions spot on, and the stance? Somewhere between a concept car and a high-fashion sculpture. Zeekr's design team calls it athletic elegance. But it's more like controlled aggression in a tailored suit. The hood stretches long, the body panels look vacuum-sealed, and every surface seems to reflect intention. You can feel that obsessive attention to form, like someone took inspiration from a Bentley studio and then filtered it through a futuristic lens. From the front, the Zeekr 7X makes no apologies. The light signature alone feels like a declaration of power. Thin LED strips slash across the front with surgical precision, framing a minimalist nose that's pure confidence. No oversized grills screaming for attention, just clean, intelligent design that radiates calm authority. And that build quality, this is where jaws drop. Because every seam, every shut line, every click of a door feels engineered to perfection. Close one door and you'll hear it, a sound that's not just satisfying. It's engineered silence, a kind of muted thump that screams craftsmanship. Even the paint looks alive. Deep, liquid finishes that shimmer differently under every light. This isn't cheap mass-market gloss. This is multi-layer paintwork that rivals German premium cars. It's the kind of surface that makes photographers whisper, "What is that color?" Move around to the side and it gets even more interesting. The Zeekr 7X wears its confidence in its silhouette. The long roofline, the muscular haunches, and the flush door handles all say one thing. We thought of everything. The designers didn't just chase beauty, they chased balance. The proportions nail that sweet spot between bold SUV and elegant crossover. Think Tesla Model Y proportions, but smoother, more deliberate, less robotic. You can see it in the way the shoulder line flows effortlessly from headlight to taillight, tapering into a rear that looks sculpted by wind itself. Now, let's talk dimensions for a second. The Zeekr 7X stretches around 4.8 meters long, putting it right up there with BMW's 9.3 and the Model Y. But it feels bigger, more substantial. The reason? The stance. Wide track, low center of gravity, and an almost coupe-like roofline that gives it presence. It's that optical illusion of power, like it's moving fast even when it's parked. Then there's the rear design. This is where Zeekr flexes hard. The taillights stretch across the full width, razor-thin, connected, and glowing like an electric heartbeat at night. Below that, a sculpted bumper with aero elements that aren't just decoration, they actually work. The entire car has been shaped by wind tunnel obsession. You can see the drag coefficient numbers and believe them. But let's pause here, because this is where the build quality shock really begins. Most SUVs cut corners when you start getting close. The Zeekr 7X dares you to come closer. You run your hand along the panels, and the paint feels deep. The trim feels heavy. The door handles click like fine jewelry. Even the window glass, double laminated for acoustic isolation, feels premium. You can sense it. This isn't a car built to meet expectations. It's a car built to crush them. Step inside, and this is where the world collectively gasped. The interior doesn't look like something that costs under $60,000. It looks like something that escaped from a six-figure Mercedes catalog. The moment you open the door, you're hit with that new world scent. Real leather, soft touch suede, brushed metal, and subtle ambient lighting that reacts to your movement. It's theatrical, but never tacky. Everything feels deliberate, curated, mature. And that's the first real shock. Because this is where Zeekr completely demolishes the stereotype of cheap Chinese interiors. Nothing here feels plastic or hollow. Every surface you touch is soft, solid, or metallic. The steering wheel feels sculpted for human hands. The center console looks carved from a single block of aluminum. And the seats? Absolute works of art. You don't just sit in the Zeekr 7X, you melt into it. The cushioning density feels German. The stitching precision feels Japanese. But the design language? It's pure Zeekr. Modern, bold, and unapologetically luxurious. The cabin is dominated by a massive floating center screen that looks like it was designed by a sci-fi artist. 15.6 inches of razor-sharp OLED real estate, running Zeekr's latest interface powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon. It's fluid, responsive, and refreshingly minimal. You swipe, it reacts instantly. No lag, no gimmicks, no clutter. Just pure clarity. Behind the steering wheel, a 10.2-inch digital cluster that feels like something straight out of a spaceship. The graphics are clean, the animation smooth, and the customization options endless. You can choose from minimalist layouts or full data-heavy displays that make you feel like a pilot. Even the materials surrounding the tech screen glass. There's real metal trim with laser-etched detailing, fabric-wrapped door panels with subtle geometric patterns, and ambient light strips that pulse gently, sync to your heartbeat or your playlist. You can set it to calm, and the cabin bathes in soft blues. Or switch to sport, and it glows with fierce red energy. It's sensory design done right. But here's where it gets unbelievable: the tactile engineering. Zeekr obsessed over the feel of things. Every button, every slider, even the climate controls respond with precise haptic feedback. Not clicky, not mushy, just perfect. You press it once, and you know you've pressed something premium. The overall interior execution is so refined, you could convince anyone they're sitting in a $100,000 vehicle. And that's before you realize how quiet it is. Thanks to triple sealed door systems, acoustic glass, and active noise cancellation, the cabin isolates you from the outside world so effectively. It feels like the air pressure changes when you close the door. At highway speeds, it's eerie. You can hear your own breathing. You can have whisper-level conversations. It's the kind of silence that gives your brain space to relax. And Zeekr didn't stop there. The seat comfort engineering is absurdly good. 12-way power adjustment, ventilation, heating, massaging, all standard. Rear passengers? They get reclining lounge seats with their own climate controls and even seat memory presets. This isn't just family comfort. This is first-class travel. And if you think that's too much for a mid-size SUV, think again. Zeekr's philosophy is simple: over-deliver. Always. They built the 7X not just to impress buyers, but to make rival engineers rethink what's possible at this price point. You feel that in the details. The air vents hidden seamlessly inside the dash. The stitching alignment's so perfect, it looks AI measured. The doors that close with soft close automation. Standard, not optional. Then there's the panoramic glass roof, massive, dimmable, and heat insulated. It gives the cabin an airy, futuristic glow during the day and a cinematic feel at night. Tap a button and it tints instantly. No blinds, no fuss, just technology that quietly works. And when it comes to storage and usability, the Zeekr 7X is all function wrapped in form. The center armrest opens to reveal deep storage bins lined with felt, cup holders with chrome rings, wireless chargers with cooling vents underneath. Even the glove box opens with a soft hydraulic slide. It's like everything you touch reminds you this car was built by people who care. Now, let's compare the experience. The Tesla Model Y? It's fast, sure, but it's also cold, minimal to the point of sterile. The BMW 9.3? Polished, but a little dated in design. The BYD Song L? Good value, but lacks this level of refinement. The Zeekr 7X sits somewhere above all of them, not because it's louder, but because it's quieter, more considered, more balanced. It feels like Zeekr studied every mistake others made and then built a car that fixes them all. If Tesla is Silicon Valley confidence, Zeekr is Hangzhou precision. Where Tesla cuts costs for simplicity, Zeekr spends more for serenity. Where BMW clings to tradition, Zeekr embraces the future. It's not trying to copy anyone. It's trying to outclass everyone. And it's working. Even the smallest bits of engineering reinforce that feeling. The window controls have dampened clicks. The steering column adjusts electrically with buttery smoothness. The seatbelt retractors operate quietly, with tension you can feel but not hear. This is obsessive manufacturing, the kind usually reserved for brands with decades of legacy. Except Zeekr is doing it in just a few years. It's no wonder people who've test-driven it are calling it a wake-up call for the West. Because the build quality isn't just good, it's unsettlingly good. The kind that makes you question why you've been paying more all this time. By now, you start to realize this isn't about imitation. It's about domination. China's luxury EV game isn't catching up anymore. It's setting the benchmark. And Zeekr 7X might just be the poster child for that revolution. And we haven't even talked performance yet. Because beneath that sculpted elegance and whisper-quiet cabin lies something wild. A powertrain built to turn calm sophistication into silent adrenaline. Zeekr didn't just want the 7X to look premium. They wanted it to move like one too. The Zeekr 7X comes with a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup, pushing out up to 475 horsepower. That's right, this family SUV can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 4.5 seconds. That's the kind of acceleration that turns disbelief into laughter. You hit the pedal, and it just surges forward with no drama, no hesitation. Just instant torque, slamming you back into those soft seats. And yet, it never feels violent. That's what's crazy. The power is so perfectly managed, so linear, that you can glide through traffic like silk on glass. Zeekr's engineers tune the power delivery for both thrill and grace. It's not just fast, it's fluent. The steering? Tight, deliberate, and naturally weighted. You can feel the precision baked into the chassis. Take a corner and you'll notice how flat it stays. Thanks to the low-mounted battery pack and advanced suspension geometry, the ride feels German firm but never harsh. It's controlled, confident, composed. And that battery, an 800-volt architecture with ultra-fast charging capability. Plug it into a high-speed charger, and you're looking at a 10% to 80% charge in around 20 minutes. That's coffee break fast. The range? Over 600 kilometers on a full charge, depending on the variant. Real-world usable range that makes long drives anxiety-free. Zeekr also nailed thermal management. Active battery cooling and heat pumps keep the system efficient, whether you're driving through Beijing heat or European winters. It's that kind of engineering depth that tells you this company isn't experimenting anymore. They've mastered it. But the 7X isn't just about numbers. It's about how it makes you feel. Because every movement, every sound, or lack thereof, feels carefully tuned to evoke trust. You sense the weight of engineering pride in how quietly it brakes, how seamlessly it accelerates, and how the regenerative system blends without jerks. It's mechanical artistry disguised as family transport. And if you think performance ends there, wait till you hear this. The Zeekr 7X uses a next-gen adaptive air suspension that automatically adjusts ride height based on speed and terrain. Cruising on the highway? It lowers for aero efficiency. Hitting a rough patch? It raises itself instantly. You don't feel the transition. You just notice how everything always feels right. Then comes the tech. Oh, the tech. Because while other brands talk about smart cabins, Zeekr builds them. The 7X features full L2 Plus autonomous driving capabilities powered by NVIDIA Orin chips and a suite of high-resolution cameras, LiDAR sensors, and radar modules. This isn't some half-baked system. It's a kind of tech that reads the road ahead, predicts movement, and reacts before you do. Highway assist, smart lane change, adaptive cruise, self-parking, even memory parking. It remembers your driveway and parks itself exactly the same way every time. You step out, it finishes the job for you. Smooth, silent, effortless. And let's talk sound, because Zeekr didn't just stop at isolation. They added a 23-speaker Yamaha surround system that turns the cabin into a private concert. Every note, every whisper of a song feels like it's wrapping around you. It's immersive to the point that driving at night feels cinematic. Even the voice assistant feels alive. You say, "Hey Zeekr," and it doesn't just respond, it feels like it understands. You can ask it to change temperature, open windows, adjust lighting, or plan a route, and it reacts instantly, naturally, like a co-driver who actually listens. Zeekr calls it humanized intelligence. But it feels like something more. It's the future of how we'll interact with cars. Smooth, contextual, personal. Then there's the safety story, another area where Zeekr over-delivers. The 7X is built on the SEA platform, co-developed under Geely's umbrella, the same architecture that underpins Volvo and Polestar vehicles. It's a fortress on wheels. Ultra-high-strength steel combined with aerospace-grade aluminum gives it a rigidity index that surpasses most European rivals. It's designed to take hits and protect what matters most. Add to that 8 airbags, full 360 degrees camera coverage, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and even fatigue detection that reads micro-eye movements through an interior camera. This thing watches out for you like a guardian angel in aluminum armor. And here's where it gets poetic. The Zeekr 7X doesn't scream luxury. It whispers it. It doesn't flash. It flows. Every detail feels born out of thought, not ego. And that's what makes it terrifyingly good, because it's not just competing with the West anymore. It's teaching them how to evolve. Remember when everyone laughed at the idea of Chinese cars being premium? Yeah, that laughter's starting to sound nervous now. Because the Zeekr 7X is proof that those days are over. Build quality isn't a weakness anymore, it's a weapon. In blind test drives, reviewers have mistaken it for European luxury models. Automotive journalists called it shockingly refined. And some Tesla owners? They said switching back felt like stepping down. That's how dramatic the gap is becoming. The 7X doesn't just bridge east and west, it blurs the line completely. You look at the way the panels fit, the stitching aligns, the electronics behave, and you realize this isn't a lucky one-off. It's a pattern, a sign that Chinese automakers are not coming. They've already arrived. And here's what's even crazier. Zeekr isn't stopping. They're expanding into Europe, Australia, and soon North America. They're bringing this build quality, this attention to detail, and this confidence to markets that used to look down on them. That's poetic justice, isn't it? Think about it. A few years ago, people mocked Chinese cars. Today, they're benchmarking them. Reviewers in Germany are saying this feels more solid than an Audi. Analysts are calling it a threat. And drivers? They're just smiling, because this kind of perfection was supposed to cost twice as much. The Zeekr 7X is what happens when obsession meets ambition. When a country decides it won't just make cars, it'll make statements. Every door thud, every panel seam, every pixel on that OLED screen tells a story of evolution. And the message is crystal clear. Quality doesn't have a nationality anymore. It has a new standard. So the next time someone says it's just a Chinese car, show them this. Show them how Zeekr turns skepticism into silence, how craftsmanship can come from Hangzhou as easily as from Stuttgart. Because the world's changing fast, and the 7X is driving that change in style. This is more than a car. It's a warning shot, a masterpiece wearing a modest badge, a declaration that the old order is cracking. And as you watch it glide down the road, clean, calm, unstoppable, you can't help but think, maybe the future of luxury wasn't born in Germany or America. Maybe it was built right here in China. So tell me, after seeing this, would you still bet against it? Because the Zeekr 7X just proved something powerful. Build quality isn't about where you're from. It's about how far you're willing to go. This is Atif Cars. And if this is the kind of future China's building, then buckle up, because the rest of the world's about to play catch up.